Good morning. It's a wonderful day and it's June. I think it's the 22nd. Don't know. Anyway, it's past summer solstice and we're now moving into a very warm summer here in Los Angeles, and I'm used to it. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is my prime directive. It's mine. It's not everybody else's, but you might want to listen to what my prime directive is. Okay. It's an old saying, it's an old adage, but I've changed it a little. Okay. Forgive and don't forget. You see, forgiving yourself is one thing. And the second part is don't forget. You forgive yourself. We can be so easily manipulated as humans into doing things that we regret. But we mustn't repeat them. So don't forget them. You know, it's like making the same mistake over and over and over. I'm all about free will. Everybody being free as much as they can be within a society that has rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations are not there for you to guide you through your life. No, they're there to control you. So you have to work it out for yourself. Which rules you follow, which rules and regulations are resonating within you. The only one that resonates within me is unconditional love. That's the real rule for life, is love first. And then you can start to forgive and forget, because we're just human. Many people followed the rules and regulations of fools. Many. I have in the past. I've thought, well, you know, you got to do this. You don't got to do anything. There's a way forward for humanity with keeping its freedom and its freedoms, you know, because there are many freedoms, right? I'm free to do anything I want. But that doesn't make me go out and want to kill people. It's the opposite. I want to go out and love people. That's it. Simple, isn't it? Really, it's a bit childlike. You know, I mean, there are people I hold very close to me, and I try and help them as best I can. But they don't really want me to help. They want to find their own way. And I think that's perfectly acceptable. But they have to find their prime directive. You know, they got to find the thing that's within them, that little kernel of hope for unconditional love. Okay. It's not much of a pontification this morning, but I'm just making an observation about how I deal with things. First, I put it through many mental and emotional filters that I've learned to use over the years, so as I can't. No, I can. So as I am able to deal with what I'm witnessing, because some of what I witness is very, very sad. I mean, there's an authentic sadness to what I'm dealing with when I watch many people fall ill because they were manipulated into doing something to themselves, and they were fooled. And it was a very, very clever and devious and mean-spirited psychological operation by a handful of psychopaths and sociopaths that led us into a cave, into a cage of our own volition. We could always say no. And I believe that no is the very powerful word to those that would knowingly do us harm. And some people were very ignorant and didn't believe that there are psychopathic and sociopathic people who would willingly lead other people into war, would kill it rather than love. And that, to me, is not something I would follow. But anyway, back to forgive and don't forget. People have been naive if they think they can vote their way out of the manipulation. They've been very naive. Anyway, I still forgive them. Those that are leading them are very driven by their own authority, self-imposed authority in most cases. I know people want to believe that it's democratic. That way they've got somebody to blame. But you can't. You can't believe this is a democracy. Democracy based on what? On ignorance and manipulation and giving up your own power? Because that's what you're doing. You're giving your power to somebody else. You're powerful. Every individual is powerful enough to rely on their own prime directive. Unconditional love. You're born with it. You live your life according to that kernel of truth. And then you leave your life with that kernel of truth. You don't take anything with you. Nothing. Except that kernel of truth. And that's where your eternal life kicks in. Noises from outside. The birds are back. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Forgive, but don't forget. This has been a learning curve. I do believe that this psychological operation is starting to unfold as a huge psychological operation that convinced many to do themselves harm. And I don't think that it's wise to compound that within yourself. I've been easily led in the past. I've done foolish things and I followed fools for a while. But then I realized that it's not following that prime directive of unconditional love. It's following somebody else's idea of what we are and how to control what we are rather than control what they are. psychopaths, very small percentage of people. But they're the ones that are in charge and waving their authority around and causing more hatred and killing in their name. Don't follow them. All right. Forgive and don't forget. All right. Love you very much. And look after your family. Look after your friends. Do the best that you can in this so-called free society that we live in. Stake your claim on your freedom to choose. All right? Choose love. Choose life. Love, live, life. There you go. Cheers then. Bye.